Hello everyone, I'm Tokoto, and today I'm doing yet again what's actually my second time doing it, another Walking Dead episode review, and this time it's going to be on Season 7, Episode 2, The Well. Now, I apologize that this is a week late, reason why is just, been busy and stuff, and I'm actually going to be leaving tomorrow for vacation, but there will be a whole video talking about that. It'll probably be out by tomorrow, but here I am now doing the episode review. So, yeah, just before I begin, I don't have too much to say. Well, yeah, I kind of do, yeah. Well, we'll just play it by ear, but I don't want this to be as long as the last one. Those were in like 20 minutes, so, yeesh. So, without further ado, I'm going to begin. So, this episode was called The Well, and it was quite an interesting one. Now, we were introduced to a new character, King Ezekiel. And before I talk about him, this episode is mainly focused on Morgan and Carol. And Morgan was brought to, like at the end of season 6, they introduced like some of the people from the kingdom, and so Morgan went with them, and Carol got hurt. And you guys pretty much know about that if you're caught up with Walking Dead. And so this pretty much leaves off where that left off, pretty much. And so we were introduced to King Ezekiel, who is the leader of the kingdom, and he has a pet tiger named Shiva. And I think, just to say this in first impressions of King Ezekiel, how he was in the episode, pretty cool. Now, I didn't know, I heard that the actor that plays King Ezekiel voices Cyborg, I believe, like in the Teen Titans Go series and the original Teen Titans Go. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't really care for Teen Titans Go. I do like the original Teen Titans, series from 2004 2005, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I had a feeling like I recognized him before. I was like, I haven't seen that guy before. But yeah. So yeah, I think King Ezekiel is a pretty interesting character. I heard that he's really cool in the comics, so I heard he died pretty early on, I think. So yeah, I hope he doesn't. He seems like an interesting character, and I would like to see him stick around for quite a while. Maybe more, a little more than how Abraham lasted. That'd be cool. More than 3 seasons at least. I don't know, but to introduce the character, like how they introduced him, I read the part of the comics where he was introduced, and it was pretty interesting, and I think they did a good way to not show it, but do it in the show. So they did a good job on their part, and yeah, I mean, there's not too much to say. I thought I had much more, but yeah, he's pretty cool. When I first watched the episode, when I was thinking like the first thing he was in sitting on the throne, I thought that's all he does is pretty much sit on the throne. But as they told us, the trailers, but he actually goes on like missions and errands with his own, his own people, which is pretty cool. But also we learned that that the kingdom has a thing with the saviors, how they have to give. The kingdom has to give the supplies to saviors unless they're bring down their walls, like Negan said, like, we'll tear down your walls and break in, Well, that's not quote by quote, but you get what I'm saying. See, that was pretty interesting to know about that. It was like, when I first saw those guys, they didn't really say their names. Like, they didn't mention saviors, just saying them guys, and Morgan's like, I don't know who they are. Well, that's my Morgan face. No, I don't know. Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, but Morgan's like, yeah, I don't know who they are. And yeah, it was pretty interesting. So maybe it'll be like a whole conflict in a way. Maybe later on the season where the kingdom does get attacked when they can't get any supplies. I mean, I don't see why they couldn't get any supplies. They got 6 pigs, or it was 6 pigs. Yeah, it was around that, and I was like, yeah, if they can get that, I think they'll be fine. But yeah. So that was pretty interesting. And the kingdom is like how Carol and Carol, this was focused on Carol too. She couldn't believe of how peaceful the kingdom is and how long it's been for her as a character seeing something like that. And it's pretty interesting to see a new environment. It's like a whole new world. Like we just stepped through and Carol has stepped through, and I bet Morgan was even surprised too. And I do like the character. I think his name is Daniel, the kid that the kid that Morgan was teaching with the stick or staff. I think his name was Daniel. He's a pretty cool character as far as right now. Maybe he'll probably be maybe a character like Noah maybe later on. Like I hope they have him stay around longer. Unlike Noah, he was only around for around season 5. So, yep. What are you gonna do? But I hope Daniel will stick around for a while. He seems like an interesting character. Maybe learn about more of his past. I mean, we did hear about his, mention his father. But yeah. But I'm really excited to see how they're gonna have King Ezekiel, and, the people of the kingdom, and Rick unite. Is there basically what I'm thinking about is that what if the survivors and the people of the kingdom work together to take Negan down? They could do it. Could that be something at the end of the season? If so, then Jesus Lord, that would be awesome. I'm thinking of like Woodbury, like how that ambush happened when they had to go save Maggie and Glenn. That back in season 3, like how that was. If there's something like that, even bigger. But Negan has a whole bunch of men. Whole bunch. So I don't know. I mean, it's something to think of. It is something to think of, but it's pretty interesting though. But yeah, but the people of the kingdom seem pretty normal. There's nothing like how it is in Alexandria. I mean, Alexandria is kind of a different place from the kingdom's much nicer. Probably has a big bunch of land, a whole bunch of land probably. So that's pretty cool. Just like have. Yeah, hopefully we get some kind of origin with the kingdom. Like, we'll probably get more background of what King Ezekiel, who he was before, the apocalypse, or what he's been through. Has he been the kingdom pretty much since the beginning of the apocalypse? I don't know. Maybe. But, yeah, I mean, I really do like the kingdom as an environment. Hopefully we get to see the survivors and something like that. But, yeah. And also, now I think about it now, we also had the Weathertop. Where Jesus lives, or Paul. I'm just gonna call him Jesus, but Jesus, yeah, like they have the 3 locations. Like, what if they all unite against the fight back at Negan, so they have to, give away their supplies, or, what he says, half of their, yeah. Negan's like, give me half of yours. Yeah, so not. But. Yeah, I mean, I do like it was it a good way to, start things back up again, after the events of the last episode? It's 50-50 with me. It's kind of is, kind of isn't. It was cool to see a new character right after, the character's death. I would have liked to see Abraham meet, Shiva at least, like, holy nutsack, it's a tiger, Abraham saying that. But, nope. It sucks. But yeah, I mean, I think the kingdom. I can't wait to see more of King Ezekiel and the people of the kingdom. I'm really excited to see that, and it was good to see Carol and Morgan again. The 2 classic Walking Dead characters ever since first season, and Carol's been like not been, but it's cool to see both characters again. I don't have too much to say about Carol and Morgan. It's cool to see Morgan with his staff beating the crap out of walkers, like pow pow pow. It reminds me of the character from Rogue One, the blind man with the staff. That just reminds me of him in a way. But yeah. Well, I'm trying to think of anything else I have to say. I did have a lot more to say in the last episode review, but this one I don't really have too much to say. But yeah, I mean, I'll just pretty much sum everything up. I like King Ezekiel. I like Shiva. Shiva's a cool CGI tiger. I like seeing Carol and Morgan again, and plus it has a separate environment like that, seeing like 2 sides of the story. That's pretty cool. I like that. And then episode 3, which I'll talk about in the next episode review. But seeing that different kind of environment, like I wish we I think episode 4 is supposed to be an aftermath of what after the events of the season premiere. So I guess we get like a 2-episode break of what happened in the first episode of the season, and then episode 4 will shift things into gear in a way. So yeah, I mean it's pretty good way to start the season. I think it was like the season premiere we got for this for Walking Dead is much different for anything else we have gotten before. But, yeah. Well, I'm trying to think of anything else I have to point out. Pretty much, I did like the episode. Was it good as the season premiere? Nah. No, not as close. No. There was some action, but I would give it a 7 out of 10. At least, yes, 7 out of 10. It was good. It held my attention. Just seeing the new character was interesting, and I'm excited to see what King Ezekiel, what his character has in store for us fans of The Walking Dead. So, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, give a thumbs up, give a thumbs down. It's your decision. Tell me guys what you think of King Ezekiel and this episode in the comment section down below. And, yeah, pretty much it. Till then, I'm Tokoto, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.